Hey everybody, it's Dak here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to our RuneScape 2007 1-99 Hunter Guide. The goal of this guide is to teach you a few methods to train your Hunter to 99. There are many ways to train your Hunter. These are just the methods that I prefer to do it with. Before we start the leveling guide, there is one quest that you should do before you get your Hunter started. The Varrock Museum quest is technically a mini quest, so you're not going to get any quest points for it, but you will get 1k Slayer and Hunter XP, which is going to start you at 9 Hunter right away, and takes away a lot of those slow levels. I did leave a link in the description to the answers to the Varrock Museum quiz, so that you can complete that quest. If you decide that you don't want to do the Varrock Museum quest, you can do levels 1 to 9 by catching Crimson Swifts. These can be located on the shoreline of the Feldup Hills Hunter location just south of Castle Wars. You are going to need a bird snare to catch these, and you can only place one trap at a time while you catch them, so it's going to be a pretty slow process at first, but you only need to go to level 9. Levels 9 to 19, I would move on to Copper Longtails. Longtails can be caught in the Eagle's Peak Hunter area, which is west of the Tree Gnome Village. You can still only place one trap at a time while you catch at these levels, so it's still going to be a little bit slow, but again, you're in the low levels, so you're not going to need very many catches. Levels 19 to 30, I would catch Tropical Wagtails. Tropical Wagtails are located in the Feldup Hills Hunter area. Once you hit level 20, you can begin to place a second trap, so make sure to bring multiple with you, as this will speed up the process. If you're getting tired of catching birds at this point, don't worry, these are the last birds you gotta catch. Levels 30 to 50, I would start catching swamp lizards just south of Canifis. You can catch swamp lizards at level 29 Hunter, but I like to start at 30 for not only simplicity, but catching something right at the level you unlock it is usually a little bit slower than the previous best method, so it's nice to grab a couple of extra levels, though in this case, just one level is plenty. You are going to need a rope and some small net for each trap you set up, and at level 40 you're going to be able to set 3 traps at a time, so make sure to bring extras with you. If you're unaware, you can use shift drop to release lizards very quickly, saving you a little bit of time. Levels 50 to 60, I would catch some Orange Salamanders, which are located in the desert. Make sure you bring some water skins with you, plus I would suggest some desert clothing so you don't have to drink from them as much. You could also bring a knife so that you can fill up your water skins with the cacti out in the desert. You do unlock another trap right at level 60, which is when you leave here, so you don't really need to bring any extras. Unless of course you happen to disconnect or something and lose one, it is always safe to bring a couple extra. Levels 60 to 70, I would catch Red Salamanders, which are located in this Hunter area north of Castle Wars. Don't forget that at 60 Hunter, you did unlock a 4th trap at once, so you should bring at least 4 small nets and ropes for this part. Levels 70 to 75, I would move on to Black Salamanders for a bit. Black Salamanders are in the wilderness, so if you have 2k worlds, that is very helpful. If you're not comfortable in the wilderness, Red Salamanders are reasonable to take all the way to 99 Hunter because they have good XP, but they are a little bit slower. In the wilderness, you can place an extra trap, which isn't quite as helpful with net traps, but it's still a nice boost to bring 5 traps out there for this section. Levels 75 to 99, I would do Black Chinchompas. Black Chins are also in the wilderness, so you're likely to get PK'd a few times out here all the way to 99. It's just going to happen, part of the game. But because of that, it is recommended to bank your chins fairly often so you don't lose a lot of money when you get PK'd. I think banking every hour is a solid line between making sure that you don't lose a lot of chins, but you're also not slowing yourself down by banking a lot. If you do just bring a glory out here, you can go ahead and teleport to Edgeville to bank and then use the canoe log to get back out here, so you could bank even more often and it's not that slow, but don't bank all the time, you are going to slow yourself down. Catching chins efficiently is pretty simple. I do use my OS Buddy Pro to highlight the chins so that I can see them spawn real easy, so if you aren't on a client that can do that for you, then just pay careful attention to the Chinchompas. Once you know where they spawn, you can just surround one spawn point with traps. If you don't trap it right away, you can kill it with a range or mage attack, so it'll spawn right in the middle of your trap skin. Very easy to do. There are a lot of strategies to dealing with the PKers out here. My personal favorite option would be to bring a friend with you, and if the two of you hunt together, you could wear some range gear and auto-cast a weak mage spell to kill the Chinchompas. That way, if you see PKers, you just attack each other until they leave, or you decide to run away from them. It is smart to bring some food with you so you don't accidentally get killed by your friend if you guys aren't very good at this, or if you fail to fight each other and PK happens to get a hold of you, probably good to have some food on you, especially like Ceridome and Brew since they are stackable, and if you're not trying to fight back, it really doesn't matter if it drains your stats. Black Chins really are the top moneymaker for Hunter, but if you're looking for a different way to make some money with a lot less risk, then you could just go back to Red Chinchompas, which are located in the Feldup Hills Hunter area. I would use the same exact method for catching these as you do Black Chins, but of course without being prepped for PKers. Red Chins can be packed a lot, so sometimes it's going to be hard to find a world, but once you get in there and you grind them out, you can make some solid money and still get some good XP on the way to 99. Another way to make money with Hunter is by catching Implings and Puro. To catch Implings, you do need a butterfly net and some Impling jars, which are tradable but can also be obtained in Puro. You also need to do the Lost City quest to make sure you have access to Xanris, which is how you get in the minigame. Having higher hunter means you can catch more and more expensive imps like dragon implings, and you can also, you're going to fail less at catching imps, so other people won't be able to steal yours as much due to that fact, and the rare spawn rate of the higher level ones. The amount of money that you make in here varies a lot, so even if you're at low hunter, you can make some really good profits, and at higher hunter, you can make really good profits, but it is really slow XP too, so it's not like a great way to train all the way to 99 hunter, just another good way to make some money while you get hunter XP. I think that's all the information that I wanted to give you guys about Hunter. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments section, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Also, if you have any tips of your own, be sure to leave them in the comments section. I'm going to be leaving any needed tips or fixes in the top of the description of the video for anything that needs to be updated after it is released, so be sure to check that out. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and best of luck training your Hunter.